This question reads, Figure 3.1 shows a door and an automatic door closer viewed from above. So we can see that here is a hinge with which the door is connected, and on the door we have a door closer connected. Now, when the door opens and closes, the hinge acts as a pivot. This hinge is going to act as a pivot for the closing and opening of the door. A girl opens the door by exerting a force P at point X. So this is the point P where the force is being exerted, and this is the point X. Force P is perpendicular to the surface of the door. Figure 3.1 shows that point X is at a distance of 0.72 meters. This is the distance between the line of action of force, or the point X, and the hinge with which the door is connected along the front of the door from the hinge. The force P is 25 newtons. So the distance between the line of action of force is given and the value of force is given. We have to calculate the moment of force P about the hinge. So the formula is moment is equal to force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the pivot. The force is given to be 25 and the distance is 0.72. So the answer is 18 Newton meters. So I'm writing in the answer space 18 Newton meters for this part. So this is a 2-mark question. 1 mark would be awarded when a correct formula or the values are written, and the second mark would be awarded when in 2 significant figures the correct answer is written. The door rotates about the hinge by 90 degrees. The circumference of a circle of radius 0.72 meters is 4.5 meters. So the circumference is when the door has rotated a full circle, but it is being rotated by 90 degree. So it means that if it is the starting position of the door, then this would be the ending position. So the angle here is 90 degree and it has traveled 1/4 of this total circumference, which is 4.5. Calculate the work done on the door by force P. For the work done, we have to multiply force with the distance traveled in the direction of the force. The force is acting as 25 newtons and the distance covered in the direction of force is circumference divided by 4, because when the complete circle is traveled, then the angle is 360 degree and the distance is 4.5 meters. When we travel 90 degree, which is 1/4 of the 360, then the distance would also be 1/4 of 4.5 meters. So the answer here is a value of 28.125. So when we express this answer in 2 significant figures, we would be writing 28 joules for this part. As the door opens, there is a force F on the door in the direction shown in figure 3.1. So this force F is being exerted by the door closer, and it is being exerted in the opposite direction as the force for opening the door is being exerted. Since the door closer is connected with the door at this point, so this is the line of action of force for this point. And the distance between the hinge and this force is quite lesser, as we can see, as compared to the distance of force P from the hinge. Now, although force F is larger than force P, the door rotates, means that a larger force is being exerted, which is being shown by a larger arrow also, but still this smaller force is able to rotate the door in this direction. Explain why this is happening, and this is a 2-mark answer. So the reason is the moment is the product of force applied and the distance. Since a lesser force is being applied at a larger distance, so it is producing a larger moment. While when we apply a larger force at a smaller distance, and if the product happens to be lesser, then the moment is going to be smaller. So this force is producing a clockwise moment, this force is producing an anti-clockwise moment. If anti-clockwise moment is greater than clockwise moment, then still the door is going to rotate in anti-clockwise moment despite the force is larger, and due to the fact that its distance is larger, so the overall moment in anti-clockwise direction is larger. So I'm writing the answer: moment due to force P is larger due to having a larger distance from the pivot, while the moment due to F is smaller due to being exerted at a smaller distance from the hinge. So the question ends here with this part.